What's going on, Wolfpack TCG? We are here at Evergreens at our locals on Sunday. We have Colt here, came in first. He had me. He got me good. It was neck and neck. Clan versus clan. So, how long have you been playing clan?
Ever since I started, which would have been the beginning of January. So it's been like...
Okay, so you came in right as clan came out, or...
Yeah, right when it came out, when STO, whatever it is, came out, is the most recent release. So that's when I picked up the game.
And then, is clan the reason you decided to get into Gundam, or was it just what you rotated towards when you were getting in?
Well, I just wanted to play a TCG. I've never played any TCG before.
None?
Yeah.
Deadass.
Yeah, for real.
No fucking way.
I don't want to play Magic because it has like years of
scary.
lore. Yu-Gi-Oh has years of lore. Pokemon getting scalped. So I'm like, okay, well, what's new? What's out and about? And I saw Gundam had came out the previous year, so I was like,
and the great thing about Gundam is any lore you can go watch on Netflix.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, so shout out to Evergreens as always. So if you guys are into Grand Archive, the owner has been providing us some starter decks to be able to get the game going. Loves Grand Archive. Our cameraman is getting into it. Yen Morn might be getting into it. This is going to be for you. It is another starter deck that you can actually play here, so that way you don't have to go to too many locals. But Grand Archive is really nice as well, so that is something that's probably also within a good budget to play. Nice. I love the card texture, so you're gonna want to definitely give that a whirl. Now, since we've already said what we're playing, we're gonna go ahead and bust into it. We are gonna be starting off with some units.
Yep. So the first set of units that I run obviously is the new GD03 with the snake eyes. Pretty obvious. It's a low-cost unit, very flexible. It has a clan tag. Just something to get on the board, and it feels nice to have out, right?
Honestly, I was really ecstatic when GD03 came out and we got a 2-1 drop, and I was like, get rid of the Zaku 2 because I need clan.
Yeah, exactly. I never ran the Zaku 2, so I was really hurting.
Thank God. I think it's like a $8 card, and it's a starter deck card, so would have hurt your wallet just a smidge, only to then switch it out.
Exactly. I didn't want to go shopping for anything earlier than GD02, so.
That's fair. I mean, eventually we'll see what you kind of navigate to, but you know, I always recommend picking up 2 starter decks if and when your local shop has them available and will allow you to. Stay tuned. We are going to be setting up to try and do a giveaway for. We're still trying to working out the information for a MAFTI deck and a CB deck, but continuing with the units, we have the 2-1 drop. Moving on to
next is tried and true, the 3-cost level 2 Gelgoog 3/3. It's just a simple
Sugui's Gelgoog.
Yeah, feels good. It's nice to have backup. If
I'm not gonna lie, I love the art design for this Gelgoog. Honestly, like it was one of the few things that I got excited for. So, with that being said, have you watched any of the Gundam series at all?
I've seen G-Quarks.
Okay, so you've at least seen this. So if you've ever seen the original Gelgoogs, it's a night and day. Like this art is beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, it looks cool. It's like a Jedi with like a grappling hook.
Hell yeah!
Like that with this pose.
Hell yeah!
I mean, it's well known. It goes well on curve, right? Level 1, level 2, boom, boom, back to back. It feels good to have both of them out.
Yep.
You can. But probably the biggest game changer for me with this set is going to be the Ortega's Red Dawn. I used to not run any of these guys, to be honest, because I was like, I'm not going to really use it all that much, but the effect is huge for me, especially against blockers.
Okay.
Deploy, choose one of your clan units. During its turn, it may choose an active enemy unit with 3 or less AP. And surprisingly, it comes good against smashing against blockers with the Gelgoog. Or if you're fighting like another 2/2 unit, you can just smash.
It helps with the rush tags that are trying to build up board. Right on. Okay. Honestly, I've been kind of hit or miss. That's not necessarily a bad thought.
Yeah.
So, okay. And it's a 3/2, so I mean, it'll get pinged, but you deploy it and you get to smack.
Yeah, it's full statted. You get your trade on one of these guys, perhaps, and then you still are up a body by just the deploy effect, right?
Hell yeah, okay.
He's going to help a unit attack. So
okay, right on. All right, moving on.
So the newest kid on the block is the GD03 Red Gundam here. So this guy, he's interesting. I was really hesitant to play him at first just because of that deploy effect. You have to deploy, even if you don't get the secondary effect of
the resting.
Then you can
target a 2 AP. That is something I misplayed on, but I mean, I still was able to recover on that match when I misplayed it, but I mean, that 2 AP is a hit or miss on, you know, if you're going to drop it first or second.
Yeah, you really have to kind of strategize a little bit about when you're going to deploy him. But the nice thing is, like, again, with the low-level blockers, like, or even with that Barbatos, the 4-2 Barbatos, if you can get 2 of these guys back-to-back, and you have a unit already out, you can play it, rest it, hit the one for
Target's first form?
Yep.
No, it does not. It's a 3-2. I'm sorry.
It's just the Adept.
Yeah. Target's the Adept. Yeah, that's about it.
Anything else that has that weird, just anything low attack, you can trade into another 2-2 easily just on deploy. So kind of similar effect, right? If you do the Big Dom, you can swing on a 2-2 with your 2-2 if it's active. But this one is almost like a close combat for low-level units exclusively.
But you also get a unit instead of throwing away the
You
card.
also get a unit, instead of just trading card for card.
Yep.
So it feels good. And obviously, the clan tag is important, so you're flexible with pilots, Machu, and Shuji at the same time. And having 4 HP, if you get the Shuji on there, you can make him 6 HP, so he feels kind of tanky, and honestly, he has been a savior for me in wing matchups, to be honest, because once that 3 wing comes down, he survives, he lives. So I'll take
Zero does not kill him. He lives with Juan.
With one, if he gets Shuji, still 3, but still, he could live. Not too big on the damage, but sometimes if you're early on the shield game,
Hey man, poking is poking.
damage. Yeah. So
That's how you got me.
let's see, and then moving on from him, just tried and true is the Red Gundam here.
He speaks for himself.
Yeah, he's its own thing. I'm kind of got mixed feelings on him.
Oh, how so?
I really like to save. I feel like early when I was playing Clan, I love to save him with the Suji link just to get like, I'm gonna get a breach off or something.
The pilot greed.
Get the pilot greed, but lately I'm like, okay, I know he's a 3 HP. Taking him to 5 HP, especially at level 4, he's probably gonna get blown up regardless with the Suji link. So I just play him up by himself. But against Wing, I have to hold him back a little bit still. So just his HP kind of distracts me. And if he lives and if he gets next turn to where he can swing with his breach and his attack effect, I'll take it. That's a win in my book. So I change the strategy with him a little bit.
Oh, that and the fact that, again, his attack doesn't require a link. So getting away from the pilot greed is really difficult. But once you do, the fact that it's a 4-3 drop, and then it can become a 5-3, because you don't actually have to have another clan unit to gain that effect. So he could be the only card on field, still making him a big booty.
Yeah, and I mean,
a big swinger.
And even in some cases, because the HP differential from here with the Shuji versus here with Shuji, I almost 50-50, maybe even 75-25, prefer Shuji on here.
Really?
Rather than here.
And that's because you're getting a 3-5?
It's because I'm getting a 3-5, and if I'm resting and doing that crazy, ping damage, well, guess what? I'm going to swing with him too. And he's lower cost, level 2, so
fair enough.
A little more flexible in that way.
Okay, right on.
So yeah, he's known around the block.
Okay.
Now I'm only running 3 of the G-Quack's First Strikes.
Okay.
On the booster pack. I mean, it's nice to have with the First Strike. You have to have a clan unit, and you feel like you have enough.
That is one of the most missed parts of the effect is you have to have a clan unit in play when linked.
To do it.
Yup.
Yeah. So there's interesting scenarios where it's like, I'm going to play maybe even a Red Gundam first. That way I have this guy coming out, so I satisfy the clan effect, or any of them, obviously. Get that Machu out, and if there's something scary on the board, I'm swinging on it.
Yup.
I'm swinging on it. Even in some weird cases, I'll play the Ortegas, or I'll play this one first, then the Ortegas. It satisfies clan effect, get the deploy effect, so I can swing out something low body with First Strike and just blow it up. So
yep, because what you don't want to again jump the gun with your pilot control, because if you summon this, this, then you get your deploy effect to target this, then link this, now you get First Strike.
Yeah, so you kind of have to. So there's like weird, I guess you could say, unit.
It's all about slowing it down sometimes.
In the right order, especially with the Red Gundam and this effect here.
Yeah.
So it makes it more fun with GD03.
Hell yeah.
Here. And then lastly, but next, I'm running the 3 copies of the G-Fred for the Nyan.
Nyan Cat.
So the ping is nice. The ping is nice to have that one. Now, once we get to the pilot stuff, I'm running obviously 4 Machis, 4 Shujis, but 2 of the Nyans. I'm liking her for some stuff because of the link effect. It just lets you swing at something active with an AP of equal or lesser value. So it's almost like a weird armor in some ways, where I can swing on something.
Instead of resting it, you just go into it.
Just go into it.
Yeah.
And she's relatively tanky. Nyan's a 2 HP pilot, so I'm making this up to 7.
Yeah, I saw that and I was like, how am I going to swing in that? And the board setup allowed me to do it, but like,
So
you had to put some thought into it.
Yeah, so I mean, even a Machu with first strike doesn't kill this with the pilot link.
Nope. Luckily, I had a red Gundam on board.
Luckily, I had a red Gundam on board, so, but we'll take it. You know, obviously, you don't need a link for the 1 pink sacrifice exile for the pilot. It feels good. Neon on her effect also gets some ping as well on it.
Yeah.
It just feels good to have. So, and even if you don't have Neon, if you're sacking, you know, Sujis or Machus at your low levels and whatnot,
You're getting pilots in there to get
pilots.
the board ping, and it's not just one unit. It's when you activate that cost one, and you everyone gets a boop one.
Yep.
And if you're sitting on 2 of those for whatever reason,
Yes.
it is not a once per turn, so you can ping for 2 on everybody.
I did have a game where I had 1 on board, I sacked, but I had another pilot, I placed another one, I sacked, and boom, and I was killing like a bunch of 2/2s, low health, higher level things, so I didn't mind swinging because I knew a second ping was going to come out. So
I wish I liked G-Frid. I have a love-hate relationship with it personally, so.
I think the art's sick, so that's kind of what pushed me over the edge.
I love the art, don't get me wrong. I'm so tired of seeing the Quicks with the axe, but I just love that beam saber design.
Yeah, the beam saber is what does it for me.
Hell yeah. All right, and then what else we running unit-wise?
Only 2 of the starter.
Oh, he's running the Let's Go
GD02.
Gambling card.
Yes, I hate this card so much, but we gotta run it sometimes. It's for me, it's like a desperate move. If I have other high levels or units, I'm not playing this. Typically speaking, I hate the gamble, to be honest. Like level 4 or lower, so I'm missing all of this.
Yeah, you do not get to target any of your high, so you would get to target all of your lows.
Yeah, and you feel like it's pretty good up here, but sometimes even in certain cases where I hit a red Gundam, and if I have to deploy, if I'm forced to deploy him and I rest something I didn't want to rest, it does not feel good. So it brings a little bit of it's like, okay, I can't hit this. At times I don't want to hit this, so here's what I'm banking on. But if it's early game and I'm already level 7, these guys are probably already dead and maybe stuff like that, so I'm not seeing it that much. So
and then the card that actually got you it,
yeah.
you had the Nyan with the 8/7
Yes. So
ping.
obviously strong card by itself with the 3 ping deploy
And suppression.
But Neon comes in too because she links. So sometimes when she's feeling clutch and I don't want to put her here for what she does, I'll throw you here to start swinging that shield, or maybe you finish the game depending on the board.
There you go. All right. So that's what are we running? How many units? 4, 8, 12, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34 units.
Yeah.
Out of a 50 card deck.
50 card deck. So we got united up.
All right. So that's our units. Let's go ahead and move on to pilots are pretty straightforward. I think we've already covered that.
Yeah.
We're running.
Yep. So for commands, I'm running just
Oh,
one map
going in
tactics.
commands. Okay.
If I feel like I'm winning, just keeping it myself wide, or if something happens and my units get destroyed by lower level, and I need to keep the momentum, hopefully I have this guy to keep that pace up. And then at other times, if I see him, I don't feel too pressed, because in some ways, if he's going to be a game changer for me, like from losing to winning, it probably wasn't that big of a deal. I was probably still going to lose anyways.
That's fair. I honestly bumped my map tactics to 2 just as I want to be able to at least see 1. You know, it'll be funny if you can play 2, but like by that time you're probably SOL anyways.
Yeah. And so they come in and like, okay, just some extra stuff on the board, some other stuff for enemies to throw out. But you know, if I get something else at level 6, right? This guy, if I have a Neon Link as well, like, and I get ping damage off of it, you know, 2 rested units, I'm not doing anything. If I get this guy, at least I can sack a pilot and ping everything for 1. So it's a little bit of here and there. It's just a kind of a filler.
There you go.
Obviously, for the biggest heavy hitter for Fred, it's going to be the 4 improved techniques.
Ping is a menace from GD03.
Yeah, so
It's a 3/3 each hit from anything level 4 and lower.
Yeah.
Ping 3.
We'll take it to the bank. So, you know, I don't feel too disappointed when I see him early on, so that way I can know I can start getting stuff in the trash. If it's something that ends up getting, you know, sacked from, you know, maybe one of these, okay, it goes in the trash and adds to the pile. So
That and its burst is its main. So if you already have 2 in the grave, you can ping anything 4 or less or higher.
yeah,
So
so it's flexible. It feels good. It feels good to play defensive if I'm not getting good low end units. If I have it, okay, I can play a little defensive for a second and throw out a 3 to kill something early game. So feels good. Lastly is I'm not running any more commands, but for my basic voice, I'm running the Shuji's Hideout.
love it.
So there are instances I think in today's meta with the Corsica bases and whatnot, whenever they put out those level 1/1 tokens, right? They have to kill this, right? And then maybe I can kill.
You get to deal 1 damage when it's destroyed. I really wish it would have counted if you swap out your base, but it does not. It's only on destroyed. But again, give and take. But the fact is you have your G-Fred for a board ping, and then you have Suji's Hideout.
For a board ping as well. So like you have like weird things like even the gun tank that's a 2 health, right? Usually, so ping, destroy it, ping, kill that. It's to kind of help with some of those early aggression stuff, or if they go wide with those 1/1 Corsica base tokens.
Yeah.
I'll take it. It doesn't come in too much, but hey, if I need a draw, I'll play it. For the most part, just to have it, but it just depends on the matchup.
There you go. And then I think the last bit of the cards are the pilots we were talking about, yeah?
Yep. Pilots, Tunyan, right? 4 Machu, 4 Shuji. So
Yep.
that is, that's pretty much it.
So total of 10 pilots, yeah?
Yeah, 10 pilots. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm only running the 9.
4, 10. So enough sacking for the pilot if I need here.
Right on.
Fred.
So out of today, I mean, I know ours wasn't even close because I didn't even touch your shield today, but like, what would you say was your toughest matchup today?
My toughest matchup is probably going to be the IBO stuff. The
IBO?
stuff is really scary.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because depending on what setup they're running, if they're running that big blocker,
The Gusian Rebig, the big booty.
the big guy, that one gets me a little frightened because depending on how aggressive they are with it, they clean out my board and they bring that guy up on top, and I just can't get over him sometimes. So
Yeah, and that's when you require your improved technique to have at least 2 or more in trash, and then you need your close combat, which you're not running, but I mean, you can still kind of get over things because G-Fred can kind of poke it at one, and then you just run it over.
Yeah, the biggest thing about him that kind of frustrates me is that A, he's a blocker, and his AP is high enough to where I can't do this. So unlike most blockers that are relatively low AP, 3 AP or less, I can't get over him with the Rick Dom either.
So you're probably talking about the Gusian full city rebake, not the normal Gusian.
Yeah. The LR,
okay.
The LR,
No, the LR is the rebake. It only has 3 AP.
It has like 4 or something like that.
It is a 3/5, so you can use him. You're probably thinking of Full City that came out. It's a rare.
Yeah, maybe that one. But
yeah, that one's a 4.
Yeah, so
or was it a 5? I don't remember.
Yeah, but once IBO kind of scares me a little bit with some of its stuff, but I know I have to kind of like go band for band on those.
Hey man, you'll love IBO if you watch the series. Hell of a good series.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you feel about when you're having to play against like the mono red ping?
Mono red ping? Yeah, that guy's kind of scary because he can kind of just clean up a lot of my stuff. These are 2/2, these are 2/2, he's a 3. So it makes it kind of scary. I haven't played too many of those matchups. To be honest,
improved technique and close combat be slapping a lot of things.
Yeah,
so.
even hey, if it's there, it'll be used against me as well. So.
Use it or lose it, they say.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, any shout-outs?
Shout out to the shop. Thank you so much for hosting. Shout out to you guys for the content as well. It's always been good watching. I'm watching you guys.
Hell yeah, appreciate it.
So it's good. So.
We're always looking for feedback. Speaking of feedback, if anybody has any information or feedback regarding content, what you guys want to see, what you're interested in, maybe us producing or maybe talking about. I know I was kind of talking with the owner today regarding like. Because the owner, Evergreen's just hit silver status recently, so woo, they're getting a new type that we're going to be able to play. but you know, there's some talking points about maybe locals versus outsiders, and I know that sounds mean because you want to bring in new players, but you also want to be able to respect the people that support the shops. So, but kind of feeding back into it, if you guys have any content, please, you know, let us know. I love reading the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Any other shout outs?
No, that'll be it. Appreciate
Alrighty. Well, with that being said, Wolfpack TCG, this is Leo. We are out for today.